So as soon as he saw Brahma coming up and down, he utters the word tapa. When Lord instructs him by uttering the words tapa, that sound vibration, Brahma able to understand, and he takes it very seriously. And then he practices tapo vidya samadhibihi. Then he practices the tapa, penance. It is actually by Brahma's great penance that the universe is further manifested. All the living entities and various manifestations in this universe are because of the great penance of Brahma. And second canto, the Lord explains that I created this world by the tapo shakti. So this penance is very powerful energy. There are two words, penance and bhoga. Tapas and enjoyment. So, material enjoyment makes a person weak. But whereas tapa makes a person exalted. Particularly tapo divyam, the transcendental tapas. People sometimes they invent their own tapas, material tapas. They'll say on a particular day I am fasting. That day is some random day. Once in a week or once in 2 weeks they say I am, we are fasting, they'll say. And then when we say you fast on Ekadashi, no, we are fasting on some other day. Now what is the difference? They are anyway fasting. Then why are we saying you fast on Ekadashi? Because it is given by the spiritual master. Whether you understand the science behind it, on an Ekadashi day we have to fast. And fast from what? Fast from grains. Don't take any grain. So, the spiritual master gives the explanation, he gives the instruction. And then he will say, yes, you do this. That's it, we have to do it. No more arguments. When the instruction comes from the spiritual master or the supreme authority, here Brahma got the instruction from the supreme authority, the supreme personality, said, tapa, you do tapas. And Brahma could do tapas. Where did he get that knowledge? Tapo vidya. So Prabhupada is explaining here, Brahma's enlightenment in knowledge is because of the presence of the Supreme Lord in the heart. Because Brahma has to understand what is that tapas, and either he knows it already or somebody has to enlighten him, because he is the first person. So you have to visualize Brahma's very specific and special situation. He is the first living entity in the universe, and he has been guided, he has been directed. So how that direction is happening? By the Lord who is present in the heart. So as soon as Brahma took up that instruction of Krishna, of Vishnu seriously, that means he has accepted Vishnu as the spiritual master, and then he followed exactly what the spiritual master has given. So this is an important aspect of our life. The other day I was reading this Sing, Dance and Pray, a book written by a famous author. And then these books are written from the biography of Srila Prabhupada, in the words of that author, what he understood. So, you may not get the deep philosophy of Krishna consciousness in those books, but you will understand what the author has understood by reading some biographies of Prabhupada and what he wants to communicate with the world about his understanding. So he is excited about Prabhupada's personality and his leelas, and then he wrote down this book. So in his words, what he understood about following spiritual master's instruction, that is interesting to know. He mentions one story. So he apparently is quoting from Bhakti Siddhanta's stories. It appears that there was a kingdom, there is a king, and he is maintaining a large group of monkeys. For some purpose, he is maintaining a large group of monkeys, and he has a large group of horses, and then he has got a large group of sheep. A very special king, maintaining all this. And then there is an elderly monkey which used to guide all the monkeys in their activities. And the king used to take care of them very nicely. Monkeys used to have a very rich, sufficient food. Monkeys, horses and sheep, everybody is fed nicely. And things were going on. So meanwhile, the old monkey saw one incident. It said that sometimes the sheep, one of the sheep, it is eating grass, moving here and there, and it drifts into the kitchen. So then the cooks becomes very angry, but nobody is supposed to come to kitchen. So they chased away the sheep. They became very angry on the sheep, and they have shouted and yelled and driven away the sheep out of the kitchen. So then he thought something in his mind, this old monkey. And then he told all his young monkeys, see, look, this is not a safe place in this kingdom. There is a possibility of something going wrong in the near future. Let us go to our natural habitat, forest. Let us give up this, kingly life. Then all the other younger monkeys, they laughed at him. Said, you are an old monkey. You are, simply you have become senile. You don't look at our life. We are enjoying nicely. Jai Radha Govinda. All kingly food is coming to us. We are having nice time. We are playing here and there. And then you are saying, go back to forest and eat only fruits? No, it's not possible. But the old monkey said, no, I am foreseeing a big danger. Then they say, what is the danger? Then the monkey explains that, see, I am seeing that the sheep is going into the kitchen regularly. Then they said, what? Then what is the problem? But I am seeing that there is a clash between the sheep and the cook. So what? So when these clashes increase, the cook may become so angry that he may take the firewood from the kitchen. Those days kitchens are all run on firewood. Now we are into gas stove and many other things. Recently in America, somebody has figured out that the gas stoves are very bad for environment, for climate or whatever. So now there are two groups, big groups in America fighting for gas stove and against gas stove. Now we have to see where it will end up, and then that same culture will spread all over. We are following blind, leading the blind. They said, oh, gas, gas, gas. Everybody went in and behind gas. Now they are saying no gas. This is not good. So similarly, now they are saying, anyway, I don't want to comment. Like that, they battery. We think, wow, this is a real solution. But you will see, after 10 years, or 5 years, or 20 years, you will see, no, batteries are not good. Previously, we were all told, petrol, diesel, they worshipped them like God. Now they say, no, don't use it. India is almost banning diesel. Very soon, diesel cars and all that will be piled up somewhere. No use. In many countries, diesel is banned. Petrol is still going on. Now they want to replace petrol with these batteries. Anyway, so this experimental civilization. This civilization is called experimental. They do some experiment. After down the line they see it is not working. Immediately they want to. Again they shift everybody to that new thing. Whatever they found. Without even considering what are the consequences. No, there is no calculation of the consequences. They cannot foresee also. For example, petrol and diesel, they only saw a great picture. Oh, how much civilization can be developed. They never thought that there will be a hole in the ozone. Ozone layer will have a hole, and then so you have to do something. So that's why Vedic knowledge has to be accepted. No experimentation. It's all completely clear, experimented, distilled, freezed. This is Vedic knowledge. No more experimentation. So anyway, the old monkey is able to see the consequences. And say, okay, so then what? Then he says, the cook may take the firewood which is burning and then it may beat the sheep. Okay, then what is next? The sheep will have those woolen hair. That's called wool. When you take out the hair of the sheep, that becomes wool. What we wear during winters. So the wool may get fire, catch fire. Okay. And then after catching fire, the sheep may run here and there. And then they may go to the horse shed. Like cow shed, there is a horse shed. All the horses are tied and they have a shed also. And young monkeys became desperate. Okay, so what? They may go there. No, that entire shed is made up of dry grass. Horse, dry grass, all over, because and then so when the sheep with the fire goes into the shed, it may catch fire. Then there could then okay, next. Then they said when it catches fire, horses will be burnt. Somebody may die, some horses may die. Some horses may, get a severe burns. So what? Let the horses get burned. Then they explain. Then he says, according to one scripture, I forgot the name, he is a specialist in veterinary field, vet field. According to that, gets burnt, and you want to heal a horse, then monkey's fat will be the most suitable medicine. So we are in danger. Why? Because there is a clash between the sheep And the cook, they said, come on, you said too much of exaggeration, too much of extending the whole scenario, like that they told. And then the old monkey said, no, so I am feeling very bad for all of you. It may happen any time. I said, if you want, you go. We don't want to come. We have a nice time here. And then the old monkey, with a heavy heart, goes back to the forest. And then after a few weeks, as predicted, it happens. The cook was so angry, he takes the firewood and beats the sheep. And then sheep gets the fire. That's all. There is a frenzy running here and there, and they all go into the horse shed. Big fire. Horses are burnt. Many horses are died. Some horses are burnt. The king summons the doctor. Tell me, what is the solution? He says, sir, we have to apply monkey's fat. And then king orders, let all the monkeys be killed so that we can get the fat. And so the situation comes to that level. So he was explaining how Srila Prabhupada simply took Bhaktisiddhanta's instruction, print books and distribute books. It may appear how printing books and distributing books helps in spreading the movement. How just by publishing, because those are the days when still Britishers are controlling the country and everybody is fighting for independence. See, when you are subjugated, you have no freedom. Who will listen to your message? If you go anywhere, they'll say, Arey, you yourself are struggling, you are not free. And you are talking to me about freedom. Freedom from material bondage. And then, so not easy to perceive how this knowledge has to be published and distributed. But then Prabhupada took up. No arguments with Guru's order. Just took up. He took up so seriously. Continuously he is thinking. Even though he is absorbed in his day-to-day life, in the sense of earning for family and many other activities, apparently he is looking to be very involved in all that, but he is continuously meditating on this instruction. When you get money, you print books. Prabhupada understood, yes, I have to follow this. So, in the spiritual life, the instruction of the spiritual master is what makes us. We are made up of Guru's instructions. We are made up of Guru's mercy. Guru's mercy is his instruction. Nothing else. A disciple has to accept these instructions. Shastra explains that in the beginning, everybody is a neophyte. And then slowly they will advance into Madhyama level, then Uttama level. Neophyte means he is very devoutly worshipping God, Krishna. He has faith on Krishna, he worships Krishna happily, nicely, seriously. But he will not, he doesn't have much faith on Guru and even less faith on other Vaishnavas. He has some level of faith on Guru, but he fully believes in Krishna. But as he progresses, his faith on spiritual master and his faith on other Vaishnavas, it increases. He realizes the importance of other Vaishnavas. if we don't understand the importance of other Vaishnavas, that means we are still in the beginning stages. So here in one place in Bhagavatam, Krishna explains, Naham ijja prajatibhyam tapaso upasamena tushyayam sarvabhutatma guru shushrooshaya yatha. I, the soul of all beings, I am not satisfied by ritual worship, Brahmanical initiation, penances, because here also there is a tapa. Penances are self-discipline. Krishna is saying, I am not satisfied by ritual worship, Brahmanical initiation, penances are self-discipline. As I am satisfied by faithful service rendered to one's spiritual master. Faithful service rendered to one's Guru Shushrooshaya Yatha. This is highly pleasing to Krishna. If somebody is serving his spiritual master very nicely, faithfully, and Guru is not satisfied if you are not taking care of the other Vaishnavas, because Guru is not alone. Guru is not alone. Like king is not alone. A spiritual master is not alone. He is with his senior disciples. He is with his, older disciples. So he wanted that, his disciples are recognized. He himself recognizes his disciples as they are all pure devotees. Because their intentions are pure, they are wanting to be a pure devotee. So we should, this is the system. Vaishnava system is, one should recognize the other Vaishnavas, and then also one should serve the senior Vaishnavas. One should serve them. All Vaishnavas we should serve. How the service will vary from Vaishnava, that slowly you will understand. Senior Vaishnavas have to be served in a certain way. The initial Vaishnavas have to be served in a certain way. But everywhere is service. So he understands. So, and that service should be rendered with the mood that I need blessings of these Vaishnavas. Because if the Vaishnavas bless me, then I can progress very nicely in my spiritual life. It's the easiest way of progress is possible by getting the blessings of the Vaishnavas. Otherwise, tapa, vidya, samadhinaha, concentrating the mind and this and that, so many things. But if the spiritual master blesses, the Vaishnavas give their blessing, becomes very easy. Even though we are not capable of following rules and regulations on our own capacity, but if the Vaishnavas bless, spiritual master blesses us, it becomes very easy. This is the secret of success. We want easy formulas in every field, right? Instant formula. This is the instant formula in the Vaishnavas. Nicely recognize the spiritual master, his devotees who are all serving him, they are also exalted, and serve them so that we can be free from miseries and we can also advance quickly. So here we can see Brahma, yavan mano vachastutva, he offered his prayers as far as his mind and words permitted him. Viraramasaha, then he kept silent. He is waiting for the Lord to respond. Actually, we will see in the next shlokas how Vishnu very pleasingly he gives his directions, his instructions, and Brahmā also very obediently takes up all those to his heart and then implements to become successful. Any questions? Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
హరే కృష్ణ గోల్డెన్ టెంపుల్ వారి మరో అపురూప కానుక హరే కృష్ణవాణి ఆధ్యాత్మిక మాసపత్రిక. ఇప్పుడు మొబైల్ యాప్ ద్వారా కూడా సులభంగా పత్రికలు చదువుకునే సౌకర్యం, వార్షిక సభ్యత్వం, భగవద్గీత, భాగవత ప్రవచనాలు, స్ఫూర్తి సందేశాలు, ఇంకా మరెన్నో సదుపాయాలతో హరే కృష్ణవాణి మొబైల్ యాప్ నేడే డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోండి. మరిన్ని వివరాల కాల్ చేయండి 91331077